Hello everybody, my name is Marie George. I'm the product specialist and technical dispatcher for RapidFire by FreeMyIT. In this tutorial, I'm going to be discussing how to configure your settings. In the configuring settings tutorial, we're going to be going over things such as excluding tickets by statuses or queues. We'll also discuss assigning resource types, setting up proxy accounts, as well as web service URLs. We'll briefly be touching down on the automated ticket push system called My Work List. Again, like I said, it's a brief overview, and there is another tutorial available about My Work List and discusses it in more detail. Basically, when you first set up RapidFire, it's going to ask you to set up your preferences and settings for first-time use. You can change these at any time just by coming down here to Settings inside of the navigation view. Once this box has popped up, either way that you're doing it, the first thing you're going to want to go over is most likely the excluded queues and excluded statuses. This is just basically to block out any sort of excess information that the technician doesn't need to view on a daily basis. What you do is you just hold down the control key and you're going to highlight anything that doesn't really pertain to your daily line of work. You can view the statuses that you've excluded at any time by selecting the Show drop-down and placing it in the All Ticket status. You can look at that more in the tutorial covering understanding the workspace. But we're going to move on, and the next thing that you're probably going to want to do is define your default time entry role. That's just choosing the role of who you are so that the tickets can kind of fill themselves out accordingly. For example, if you're a technician, you're going to just apply yourself as a technician. The next thing that you want to familiarize yourself with is the Autotask proxy account. The reason why this is important is because Autotask API works a little bit differently as far as who it thinks can actually view certain time entries. So only admins or time approvers can actually view all time entries. So sometimes your view may be limited, so you want to make sure that you don't have a limited view and that you're able to see every time entry. So what you're going to do is going to get somebody who's got those admin or time approver permissions, and you're going to get them to put in their username and password right there and just hit the OK button. Now keep in mind that this is not going to give you admin rights. This is just a proxy account to be able to view those time entries. Next thing you probably want to set up is the Autotask web service URL. This is going to be automatically configured by default to the North American users, but if you're an international user, just get in contact with us and we'll give you the proper web services URL to use this. Also, if you're an Autotask Enterprise user, you're going to want to place your web service URL in this box. Once you've selected all the settings that you want, all you have to do is just come down here and hit the OK button. For the sake of this tutorial, we're using the Autotask demo account, so I don't want to make any changes to it, so I'm just going to come over here and hit cancel. In general, if you want to see any of the tickets that you've excluded by status or by queue, you just come up here to the Show drop-down, and you're going to select All Tickets. If you don't want to see all tickets, you just come up here to Not Excluded. If you come down here to the Personal options, you have the ability to enable the spell checker. Also up here in the My Work List rules, this is basically what we were talking about being the automated ticket push. This is like the automated triage. It basically gives you ticket priorities based off of a list of rules that you create for yourself. So for example, we're going to briefly touch through this because there is an entire tutorial based around the My Work List rules. But let's say that the most important tickets to you are tickets that are in status new. So you're just going to define the criteria and the value, and then basically whatever order it is, top to bottom, this is going to be the list of priority tickets during the automated ticket push. We've gone over a couple things such as how to exclude tickets by statuses and by queues, also how to be able to view them if we need it, as well as how to assign the appropriate resource type and web service URL. We also discussed about the proxy accounts and how they affect the way we view our time entries, as well as briefly touching down on how to set up the automated ticket push system. And there is another tutorial that covers that in more depth about setting up My Work List rules. RapidFire is a free MyIT product. If you are interested in RapidFire and other free MyIT products, please visit our website at www.freemyit.com. If you'd like to register, please go to the website, click on Login, then create an account. Getting support from us is easy. Just email us at support@freemyit.com. Thank you for watching the tutorial.